Good afternoon and welcome to the Cattle Complex here on the campus of Howard Community College. We're back, been away for a while. This afternoon has got your Lady Dragons taking on the visiting Frederick Community College Cougars. They come into the ball game at 1-5, and Howard is sporting a 5-3 record. Howard has been on the road for a little bit, a 1-3 road trip. Had some problems away from the confines of Collar Foundation Complex, but we're back at home. They got a win on this past Wednesday night over the Anne Arundel County Community College, a convincing win by 30 plus points on the road. So they finally picked up a road win. So they're here back at home, sporting a 5-3 record. They have a new starting lineup and ready to get there further into their league season. So far, they are 1-0 in the league, 2-0 in the region. Frederick Community College comes in. They don't have a win yet in the region. So it's a big test for them this afternoon. Starting lineup for the Howard Community College Lady Dragons. Little switch. Mackenzie Walters, London Galbraith, Jolie Hamilton, Hannah Chambers, and Savannah Price. So Jolie Hamilton has been inserted into the starting lineup for this afternoon's ball game. For the Frederick Community College, Trinity Lindblade, Heaven Murray, Talia Alexander, Maylee Reagan, and Tibet Naganga will be the starting lineups this afternoon. Yeah, I'm looking for a roster. I need a women's roster. For ATC. Ozzy's supposed to be sending me a roster. I did already. He's supposed to be bringing it to him. All right, good afternoon, and we're back. We're about a minute and a half away from tip for this afternoon. And again, just to set the starting lineups, Trinity Lindblade, Heaven Murray, Talia Alexander, Malie Reagan, and Tibet Naganga for the Frederick County Community College, and Mackenzie Walters, London Galbraith, Jolie Hamilton, Hannah Chambers, and Savannah Price will be your starters for the Howard Community College and Lady Dragons. London Galbraith is our leading scorer thus far, 15.4 points per game for London Galbraith, an all-league performer last year. But now she's here with the Dragons and continues with her great play. The Dragons come in averaging about 64 points a game, 10 rebounds on the plus side, so they're doing a good job on the backboard. Averaging double-digit turnovers, almost 18, 19 turnovers per game, so that has gone up since early in the season. They had a few games where they were in the single digits, but now they were hitting double-digit turnovers, so they're going to have to work on that this afternoon. So we're about 20 seconds away from the tip. Teams are getting their final instructions. We'll be back after they announce the starting lineups and get ready to tip this thing off following Pledge of Allegiance. This is Mike Withers for the Howard Community College basketball program, the women, the Lady Dragons. And we're back. Starting lineups have been announced, and we're a few minutes away from tip. And Howard Community College Lady Dragons starting lineup has been shifted. Emmanuel Olga, as well as Naomi Williams, will be coming off the bench. Jolie Hamilton and Savannah Price have been inserted into the starting lineup. Jolie Hamilton is a double-double every time out, so I guess coach, it was hard to keep her off the floor, so she's inserted her into the starting lineup. And Savannah Price is giving them a scoring punch off the bench, so she is now in the starting lineup. Again, Galbraith averaging over 15 a game, followed by Hannah Chambers. She has almost 8.5 points per ball game, looking to pick that up a little bit, but she's been hitting the backboard, and the Lady Dragons have done a great job on the backboard. So we're getting ready for our jump. Right now, it should be Jolie Hamilton. She will jump against Talia Alexander. Chip, and the ball will go off to your Lady Dragons. Savannah Price passes out top to Galbraith. Galbraith will call the offense. Right-hand dribble. She'll look to penetrate. Kicks outside to Mackenzie Walters. Walters up top to Hannah Chambers. Chambers inside to Jolie Hamilton. Little spin move inside off the backboard. No good. She gets her own rebound. Puts it back up, and it's good. Jolie Hamilton with the first 2 points of the ball game, and HEC will open up in a man-to-man defense. Heaven Murray, she's at the point. She's being guarded by Savannah Price. Maylee Reagan out top to number 20, Talia Alexander. She's looking inside for Maylee Reagan. She gets it in. Megan with a short baseline jumper, and we're tied at 2-2. Frederick County is in a little full-court press, a little errant pass by Howard, but it's knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with the Lady Dragons. So Maylee Reagan with a little 8-footer along the baseline ties this thing up at 2-2. Howard's in a 3-2 defense. Galbraith in the corner, Walters. She tries to go inside to Jolie Hamilton. She does, and Hamilton's off the backboard for 2. That's a nice move inside. Hamilton avoided the defender and just put it right up the backboard for 2. Heaven Murray's into the front court. She's off to Maylee Reagan. Reagan holds out top. She'll put the ball on the floor. Gets it back out top to Trinity Lindblade. And they're going to call an offensive foul. Moving screen against Frederick County Community College. And that will be the first turnover. And the ball will be to your Lady Dragons. Chambers to inbound. Enter Galbraith. She's doubled. Cross court over to Savannah Price. Price. Again, errant pass, turnover. Second turnover for the Dragons this afternoon. The drive by Heaven Murray. Ball is blocked. Galbraith takes it the other way. She'll fast break herself. Passes inside. Jolie Hamilton once again, and she's 3 out of 4 and has all 6 points for your Lady Dragons. And we have a 6-2 ball game. Trinity Lindblade, she'll bring it into the front court, looking to go to back door to Reagan. Reagan takes dribble drive, tries to get around Walters. Good job by Walters, cut it off the baseline. Alexander, she's cut off. Back out top to Lindblade. Lindblade will reset the offense. You get the screen. Right hand dribble. Shot clock down at 3. She puts it up, no good. Here comes Galbraith the other way for the Lady Dragons. Galbraith hesitates to dribble. She'll take a foul line jumper, and it's good. London Galbraith. And we have an 8-2 game, your Lady Dragons. Evan Murray on the dribble drive, pushes off, no call. Nice move by Murray down the lane with the right hand off the glass. And it's 8-4, 7:07 left here in the first quarter. Oh. Little errant pass by Hannah Chambers trying to get the ball to Mackenzie Walters along the left baseline, but Walters was not expecting that. So that's turnover number 3. Dragons having some problems here early against the full court pressure by the Cougars. Lindblade out top. Guarded by Savannah Price. She'll hold out top. Shot clock starting to run down. She's held up out top. Alexander, she'll try the right-hand dribble. Good job by Hannah cutting off. Chambers inside. Excuse me, that's Reagan. Megan Reagan along the baseline. Little bounce pass inside. And we have an 8-6 ball game. Savannah Price back the other way, quickly off the glass. So the first fast break points of the game goes to Savannah Price and the Howard Community College Lady Dragons, 10-6, 6:14 left here in the first quarter. Talia Alexander out top. She's guarded. Reagan, she'll try. Here comes Lindblade down the lane with the left hand. Good bounce pass inside. Ball is blocked by Jolie Hamilton. Long rebound. Chased down in the corner by Naganga. She'll pass inside to Kelly Reagan. Misses the layup. And here comes Hannah Chambers. She's going to take it herself all the way with the left hand. She goes up off the glass. Rebounded by Savannah Price. Her shot is no good. And it's rebounded by Lindblade. And she'll bring it the other way for Frederick. Lindblade inside. She takes it all the way down into the lane. And she'll get called for traveling. Good transition defense by the Lady Dragons. They got back. All right, Hannah Chambers pushing the offense that time. Got all the way to the basket. Couldn't get the left-hander to go. And this will be London Galbraith. She'll dribble up, right hand. Inside to Jolene Hamilton. Little hesitation move in the lane. She's tied up. It'll be called jump ball. And it'll be Frederick County Community College basketball. Boy, the Lady Dragons having a few problems here with turnovers. I think that's their 5th turnover here in the first quarter. And the ball will be inbounded by Naganga. Talia Alexander, she dribbles up, right hand. Man-to-man defense still by the Howard Community College. Alexander, she's caught. Ball stolen by Galbraith. London Galbraith on a fast break, hesitate, up off the glass, and it's good. 12-6 lead. 5 minutes left here in the first quarter. London Galbraith with her 4th point of the opening quarter. Her and Jolie Hamilton have all the points for your Lady Dragons. Here comes Lindblade. She's down the lane with the right hand. She's cut off by Savannah Price. Cross-court pass. No good. Long rebound picked up by Melly Reagan. She'll be out top to Lindblade. Lindblade will try a foul line jumper. No good. Rebounded by Walters. She's off to Galbraith, and they're off and running. Galbraith, little skip pass into Savannah Price on the baseline. She misses everything, and Hannah Chambers gets a weak side rebound. And London Galbraith will be called on the turnover for taking too many steps. It'll be immediate timeout. We'll step aside. We'll be right back here. Okay, Mike. Correct. Good. Yeah, now I can catch my breath. Yeah. All right, Mark, what's your last name? Winkle. Mark Winkle? Okay. Yeah. Mike Withers, okay. Yeah, I know. I've seen you around. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Help build this place. I love it too much. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, the coach is my daughter. Erin's your daughter? Yeah. I used to share an office with Erin when we were kicked out of our old place. Yeah. She and I got moved over there. We were sharing an office. I love Erin. Yeah. I never knew that. Pleasure to meet you, sir. Yeah. And we're back. 4:23 left. And I'm joined by Mark Winkle. He's going to help out here with some color commentary so I can catch my breath here. So, Mark, good to have you along this afternoon.
Always a pleasure, Mike. And yeah, it's been action-packed so far. A lot of back and forth going on.
Oh, yeah. All right, Talia Alexander, she'll bring it into the front court. Hannah Chambers on the D. Ball's handed off to Heaven Murray. She'll take it out top herself. 19 on the shot clock. She'll try to get it inside to Alexander. Back outside to Murray. Murray with the foul line jumper. It's short. And here comes Mackenzie Walters. She's off to Galbraith. And Galbraith will take it to the front court. Little hesitation dribble. Into the corner to Hannah Chambers. Up top, Jolie Hamilton will try a 16-footer, and it's good. Jolie Hamilton could do a little wrong this afternoon. She's missed one shot. She's got 8 points here in the first quarter, Mark.
And that's a beautiful look. Jolie Hamilton just sitting at that free throw line, being patient, waiting for the opportunity to come to her. The defense opened up for her, and she made it.
All right, here we go. Up top again. Alexander inside. Lindblade. She's doubled. Melly Reagan, she turns it over, and Hannah Chambers has a fast break with the left hand. The ball will get knocked away. But it will stay here with the Howard Community College Dragons.
And what a great defensive stand that was for the Dragons as the Cougars took the baseline. Mackenzie Walters was able to slide over, cut off the angle, force them to go around, and there's Chambers to pick off the pass.
Savannah Price will have it out top. Cross court to Galbraith. Galbraith with a hesitation move into the lane. She's stripped. Ball's on the floor. Hannah Chambers goes down. Tied up. I think this will be Howard basketball.
That was a good idea by Galbraith. The middle lane was wide open. She took it. It was just a kind of lucky hand by the Cougars that kind of poked it out, but it was certainly a great idea from her and certainly something that Coach Barnes would love to see.
Yeah, Galbraith is always looking downhill on the attack. Ball's out top to Galbraith. She'll take a three. First one of the ball game. She's off the mark. Mackenzie Walters there to clean it up. She misses the first. Jolie Hamilton, she cleans it up. Hannah Chambers back out to Galbraith. Hesitation move. Savannah Price, she'll try a three. Off the rim. And the ball will be rebounded by Talia Alexander. She's in the front court to Lindblade. Lindblade puts her shoulder down. And she's going to get called for the offensive foul. I'll take that back. Heaven Murray lowered her shoulder. And I think it was Galbraith who took the charge. And that'll be a turnover. Good transition defense by the Lady Dragons that time, Mark.
Yeah, it was certainly, I have to say, I think a little bit fortunate of a call. It looked like her feet might have been still moving, but you know what? You got to give her credit for the hustle. She got into the position. Yeah, maybe, it could have gone either way, but certainly give her credit for getting to the spot and getting the charge called.
Okay, Galbraith outside the Chambers. Chambers will take the three, and she hits it. Hannah Chambers didn't see a whole lot of that last year, but that's a nice looking stroke.
That's beautiful, especially because the athletic play she had to make just to catch the ball, keep it in bounds, made one little move, stepped inside the three-point line, nice mid-range jumper for two.
Savannah Price pokes the ball loose out front. She ties it up, and Frederick Community College will have it out of bounds, and it seems like the defensive intensity has picked up a little bit here.
And that's certainly something that Coach Barnes loves to see. Intensity, that energy, all that, it's a staple of what Coach Barnes does. She's a master at getting the most out of her players.
Oh, yes, she does. And she really preaches defense. So Yaboa is off the bench. She's into the ball game this afternoon. Trinity Lindblade, she'll hand it off. Little weave out front. Ball's turned over. Galbraith will go the other way. Left-handed dribble. She bounce passes to Savannah Price. She lay it in. 18-6, 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Points off of turnovers for the Dragons.
Frederick just a little bit too careless with the handoffs there, and the Dragons, again, that intensity on defense, taking advantage of another careless handoff.
There we go. Galbraith, she's on the move. Kind of hesitated and got fouled out top by Talia Alexander. That's kind of a strange play. She kind of waited for it. She could have went to the basket, I think.
She was wanting the and one. She was waiting for it.
You're right. Kind of planning that one. So Galbraith will shoot the first free throws this afternoon for the Lady Dragons. Galbraith at 15.5 per game, leading the Dragons this season.
I have to say, if you're the Frederick coaching staff, seeing back-to-back possessions where you turn it over just on a simple handoff, that's something that certainly, as soon as this first quarter is done, the coach will address that on the bench, because you can't have those careless turnovers.
Yeah, and that's it, careless. Yeah, she wasn't even looking, just put it on her leg. Galbraith misses the first, she'll have a second. Second one bounces off the rim, rebounded by Yaboa. She tries to outlet it to Alexander. It's off her foot, and it'll go back to the Lady Dragons. 18-6.
And certainly can't blame in Ganga for that one. She was looking for the outlet. That's
Yep.
exactly what she's supposed to. She got the
Yep.
rebound looking for the outlet. And yeah, that was just Murray running up the court and not looking for the ball.
Yep, up top. Naomi Williams is into the ball game inside to Jolene Hamilton. Little jump hook off the basket. Comes Lindblade.
Oh, what a look there.
Nice look. Maylee Reagan lays it off the glass, and it's an 18-8 game with a little over a minute left here in the first quarter.
Heaven Murray just found that left baseline and was able to drive in when the help defense came across. A beautiful pass across for the catch and shoot.
And that's just a careless pass by Naomi Williams. Tries to get it to corner Savannah Price, but she gets it back.
You got to love the hustle. You turn the ball over and you rush back and you're able to get it right back.
Yep.
That's going to get you on the coach's good side right there.
Galbraith with a free throw line jumper. That's her second one this afternoon, and she knocks it down.
And that's what Galbraith can do. She can score at all three levels. She can hit the outside. She can drive the lane like you're talking about. She loves to go downhill. And the pull-up jumper for the mid-range, that's just tough to defend.
Cross court. It's Reagan, right-hand drive along the baseline, little step inside. That's a nice move by Maylee Reagan. She'll be fouled by Jolene Hamilton. Little Euro step.
And you can tell Frederick, again, they love to attack on that baseline. They're trying to be able to open the defense up by attacking the baseline and open up the opportunity to either pass it off as we saw the previous possession, or in this one, she just took it herself. A nice move and able to get to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's a nice dribble drive. Little step around move there. Reagan with her first free throws of the afternoon. And first one is good. We're 20-9. 33 seconds left here in the first quarter. Reagan will have another. And it's good. Price back out to Chambers. Chambers inside Naomi Williams. Good pump fake. Williams up at the left hand. That's a nice looking move off the glass by Naomi Williams.
And that's exactly what you want to do. You saw one of the earlier possessions where Jolie Hamilton caught the pass right there, was able to just catch and shoot. That time, pump fake and drive to the lane. The dual threat there, being able to do either one, really makes an effective play for the Dragons.
Yeah, that's a nice looking move. Naomi Williams coming off the bench. She was in the starting lineup, but coach has switched up things. So
look at that move right there. Just a little jab step, pump fake, and be able to go in left-handed layup. That's tough there from Williams.
Yeah, that's a nice looking move. So didn't get that offensive pressure from the free throw line like that. That's going to make them tough. 22 points here in the first quarter. Have not had a scoring output like this in a minute for the first quarter.
And again, we're just talking about how high energy these Dragons are playing. One of my favorite Coach Barnes stories is back about 5 years ago when they was going through COVID. The Dragons basketball team were practicing out in the parking lot because they weren't allowed to be in the building. So they had some stand-up basketball hoops. They were practicing in the parking lot. Coach Barnes had only 6 players out there for practice because that's, going through, trying to rebuild after all of COVID going on. And she's out there yelling. I'm like, I only need 5 of you to play, so you better keep working. And it was one of those moments like, man, that's just such a great message that, you always have to be working hard no matter how many you have out there, who's out there.
That's it. Adversity. Got to make your way through adversity. Back out top, Lindblade with the long jumper from half court off the back of the rim. And that'll be the end of our first quarter. We'll step aside. We're 22-10. Your Howard Community College Lady Dragons up. Yep.
You ready?
And we're back to start the second quarter. 22-10 is the margin. Dragons with a 12-point lead. I'm not going to say comfortable, but they have a 12-point lead here in the first quarter. Returning home after a long road trip, rather. And the ball will be inbounded by Emma Olga. She's into the ball game. She's in the backcourt with London Galbraith. Savannah Price is still in the ball game, along with Naomi Williams. And Jasmine Daly is in the game. Emma Olga will have the ball poked away by number 23, Heaven Murray. Number 3, rather. She knocks it out of bounds. And Olga will inbound. Galbraith out top. She'll call the offense. Frederick County still in that 3-2 defense. Gone 3 by Savannah Price, and it's good.
That's just a beautiful catch and shoot. Galbraith again found the open look, and that's just a beautiful shooting stroke. If you're Coach Barnes, like, oh yeah, feed her again next possession. That's just how you want to make it look every time.
Yeah, she might have it going today. Savannah Price might be the hot hand this afternoon. Ball's outside Lindblade. She'll try a 3, and it's good.
Ooh.
Trinity Lindblade, she answers right back. 25-13.
Way behind the arc there. She was practically a logo 3 from the corner there.
Emma Ogle, she's out top. Galbraith to try to get it back. Ball's off the side of the rim. Emma Ogle with the rebound. She misses. Ball rebounded by Naomi Williams, and she puts it back. Left hand off the glass. Naomi Williams.
And the Dragons actually outnumbered the Cougars down there in the offensive rebounding. There's 3 Dragons fighting for the rebounds and able to get the second chance points.
Good spin move by Heaven Murray. Ball's up off the glass and good. 27-15.
I'm really impressed by Heaven Murray. Her ability to just open up plays for her teammates. She is just being a dish master out there.
Yeah, she's the playmaker. Galbraith calling the offense. Out top to Jasmine Daly. Daly in the corner to Savannah Price. Who else? She hits another.
Hot hand indeed. The corner 3 this time. She hit it from the wing the previous one. Now she's hitting from the corner. Wonder if she's trying to play the around the world game. Yeah, she's got to go to the other side of the court now.
Yeah, Price has it going. She's out top. And she's going to get called for the reaching foul or hand checking. Savannah Price being aggressive out top. She fouls Talia Alexander, rather.
Apparently that hot hand is on the offensive side and the defensive side. A little too hot there.
There you go. 30-15, 8 minutes left here in the second quarter. Talia Alexander shoot inbound. Murray, bounce pass inside to that number 11. She's off the bench. Azaria Gordon. Heaven Murray, she'll back it up, look for the screen. Left hand down the lane, she'll try to pass it. Emma Olga knocks it away. She gets it back, and it's going to be fouled by Olga. That's a heads-up play.
Yeah, it was.
By Heaven Murray.
And in that case, I was actually going to say Heaven Murray is actually being a little bit too unselfish because she had the lane wide open when she made that move through. Tried to pass it off, it got deflected, but then was able to get it back and get to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's good heads-up play. It's just a hustle play.
But yeah, if you're the Dragons defense right now, you just have to make sure that whoever's on the help defense is keeping an eye on Heaven Murray, because if she's getting around that initial defender, that help has to slide over quickly, and everybody else has to adjust to that. You can't just let Heaven Murray beat you single-handedly by cutting through all over and over again.
Nope. Murray get a second shot here, missed the first. Second one is no good. Ball will be rebounded by Jasmine Daly, and she'll get it to Galbraith, and Galbraith will bring the ball to the front court. Back out top to Daly. Daly taking herself. She's going to try a 3 for top of the key. It's off. Long rebound. Picked up by Frederick County Community College. Here goes Mary. She's up top. Nice spin move by Millie Reagan, but she couldn't get it to go. And the Dragons will take it the other way, and here comes Galbraith. She'll slow it up. Back out top to Daly. Daly's off to Jasmine Price. Emma Ogle, she'll try a 3, and it's good. Emma Olga off the bench with a long, deep 3 from the corner.
Frederick's playing this 2-1-2 zone where they're trying to use that middle person to stop that free throw line ability. But what it's doing is it's forcing them to stay compact. Dragons are going to force them to come out now if they keep shooting this way.
And that's a nice move by Lindblade. Left hand spinning move off the glass, and she gets it to drop in. 33-17. A little over 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
And that was great defense, but just an even better offensive ability. Yeah, I mean, that's a low percentage shot, but she made beautifully, put it off the glass.
Emma Ogle, she'll try another. That one's a little long. The ball be rebounded and walked into the front court by Trinity Lindblade. Lindblade holds out top. She's covered by Galbraith. Off to Alexander. Trying that little weave again. Tries to get in the side. That'll be Maylee Reagan. She loves that right baseline, but that time they were there to cut it off. But a foul will be called. Hamilton's coming back in. No foul. Ball just knocked out of bounds. So Hamilton's back in the game. Jasmine Daly will set. Alexander Schull inbound. Having Murray, boy, she got inside. Trinity, Price got a break that time because that should have been 2.
Yeah, Price got lucky there because she was beat off that inbound play.
Ball's in the corner.
Oh, come on.
Once again. Wow. Price, that's 3 3-pointers here in the second quarter. Price with the hot hand, she has it going.
I'll tell you what, the way the Dragons are shooting today, this is the kind of team, this is the kind of performance where they can go up against anybody in this region if they're shooting this hot.
Yeah. Little float from the baseline, Trinity Blade, it's off. Lynn Blade, rather, and here comes Galbraith. She'll start the fast break for the Dragons. Emma Ogle, she'll try her 3, it's off the rim. Picked up by Frederick.
And that's the one thing you got to be careful for is just not playing the hot hand, just assuming, all right, everybody else is making them, all right, it's my turn to hit it. You can't force it. If you have the open looks, keep shooting, that's fine. But just because a few of your teammates are hitting doesn't mean you force up the next shot. Make sure you're still working through the offense and making sure you're getting the open looks that you want.
Yes, right now. This supposed to be riding Savannah Price like a horse right now. Let her keep shooting until she starts missing.
You have to wonder if Frederick's going to break out of this zone defense, and it looks like they have gone to a man now just to try to force.
Yeah, try to slow him down a little bit. So Galbraith, little hesitation move. She's into the lane. Little running one-hander, no good off the backboard.
And Galbraith doing exactly what she's supposed to. As soon as they went to a man-to-man, she just cuts inside, gets around her defender, and gets a good look there.
Yep, Talia Alexander, she'll push. Hands it off. That's a long 3. Off the glass, rebounded by Jolene Hamilton.
That was a great job by Price. Price was actually guarding 2 people at one time there, including the person with the ball, and was able to not only take away the passing lane, but also challenge the shot.
Olga, she'll try the right-hand dribble. Savannah Price out top. Good pass inside to Jolene Hamilton.
Oh, yeah.
She'll get the bucket and a chance for a free throw. That's a nice pass by Savannah Price. So she's doing a little bit of everything right now. She's dishing it. She's shooting the ball. Playing an all-around great ball game this afternoon.
But that's what happens when you're shooting that hot. They know that you have to jump out on the shot. So what does it do? It allows her the ability to cut inside. Look at that. They have to acknowledge the fact that she can shoot that. So then what does she do? She finds the open look inside. That's a beautiful off-ball run.
Yep. Yeah, that's good movement out the ball by Jolie Hamilton, just ducking inside. And Savannah Price, yeah, they're running at her right now, so she's doing a good job. That's an assist for her. Boy, the hot shooting continues here for our Lady Dragons here in the second quarter.
And this is a Frederick women's basketball program that has traditionally been really, really strong in the region.
Yeah.
It certainly, I mean, any regional game is important, obviously, especially early on in the season. You're not sure if you have your whole team really exactly where you want, but you're still in November, but you're playing these important conference games.
Yeah.
And the Dragons they're in midseason form. They're looking like they are ready to take on everybody.
Yeah.
Cougars right now, still looks like they're trying to figure out exactly what they want. They're going back and forth between different defenses. Looks like they don't have a whole lot of outside shooting, so they're trying to work it down low, but Howard's defense has held up strong so far, making sure that they're not giving up any open looks, really.
Yeah, they're playing well this afternoon.
You just got to hope that for the Frederick side that they understand trying to just not force too many plays, but they just have to make sure that they stay sound defensively and not give up the open looks that the Howard just had on that last possession.
So Jolene Hamilton with the free throw. Try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play, and she does it. Hamilton knocks down the free throw, and it'll be 39-17. Savannah Price, she'll take a seat, and Hannah Chambers is back into the ball game, so they're trying to save some of that hot shooting. for maybe second half. Leah Alexander, she'll dribble out top. Alexander should try the defense. And that's great defense by Naomi Williams, moving her feet, getting her head on the ball, cutting off the baseline, and she causes Maylee Reagan to travel.
And you can tell, we've been talking about it, the Cougars love to drive baseline. So what did Reagan do? She wanted to go to her right, drive baseline. And as you said, Williams slid over and took away that line and caused the traveling violation.
Hannah Chambers, though, spin move inside, kicks it back. Emma Ogle, she thought about it. Back out to Chambers. Chambers will try to get it inside to Hamilton. Little 10-footer, and it's good. Jolie Hamilton.
I'll tell you what, Hannah Chambers there, she's a player that came into this place a little bit raw, was still trying to figure herself out. She has developed so much as a player. She just looks so much more comfortable and confident, slows down the game. What a beautiful play to open up an opportunity for her teammate with a great assist.
That's a long jumper by Lindblad. Is off the glass. Millie Reagan, she'll take it outside. Miss, and here comes the Lady Dragons. Galbraith, she'll put your action. Outside to Emma Ogle, she'll drive baseline. She's trapped. Tries to get it up anyhow. And she'll be fouled. And boy, on the playground, we call that bailing somebody out because Emma Ogle was not in a good position, but she was fouled. She'll get 2 free throws.
You are right about that, but chance favors the bold. And instead of trying to do something too fancy, what does she do? She just goes towards the rim.
Yeah.
So she forces the other team to either play tough defense where they could draw a foul or back off her. They stood up on her, and she got the foul call, maybe a little fortunate. But by going towards the rim, she is putting the referees in position to try to possibly give her that call, and they did.
Yeah, she was definitely in attack mode. And Layla Stevens into the game for the first time this afternoon. Emma Ogle with her second free throw. That one's a little strong as well. Ball bounces around. Knocked away. It'll be Frederick Cougar basketball. Lindblad, she'll bring it up. Trinity Lindblad. Little full court pressure by the Dragons. A little 2-2-1.
I think it's a great time for it. Frederick was not prepared for it. Oh, that should have been a 10-second.
Alexander's in the front court. Boy, Maylee Reagan, they pass the ball around. She had the shot right in front of the rim, bounces off the back, and here comes Hannah Chambers. Little jump step, she's into the lane. That's a nice bucket off the glass by Hannah Chambers.
And if you watch Hannah Chambers on that play, she had her eyes on the ball the entire time as she's running up the court. She was wanting that pass. She was looking for it. She got it at just the right time, was able to make the tough basket. But we talked earlier about when Frederick was trying to outlet, they're not looking for the ball, and it was a turnover.
Yep.
Chambers was looking for the whole time. She wanted it on that play, and she got it and made a play happen.
43 points thus far here in the first half, and that is 2/3 of their season average. They averaged a 64 game, and they're already at 43 with a little over 2 minutes left here in the second quarter. Heather Murray, she's out top.
Now we're now going into a 2-3 zone defense.
Yep. That'll be a long jumper by Lindblad, and it's good. Trinity Lindblad knocks it down, 43-20.
And a good job by Frederick. That's exactly what you should do when a team goes into a zone defense. What do you want to do? You try to get the open look from the outside. That's where especially that wing. That's the open spot in the 2-3 zone. It's right on that spot, and they found it. Good job reading the defense and getting the shot they wanted.
Yeah, but Howard has to acknowledge Lindblad. She hit a long 3 from this side here in the first quarter, I believe. Now she hits another one from the other side, so they have to be conscious. The wing is going to have to come up and put a hand in her face, so she just can't sit there and get her feet set.
And that's the difference between playing the zone defense versus man-to-man. If you're playing man-to-man, it's easy to stay out on her and make sure that there's a body on her at all times. When you're playing zone, it can sometimes open up that wing three-pointer, but at the same time, it helps to take away some of those drives through the baseline. I love what Coach Barnes is doing. She's mixing it in. She's putting some full court pressure a little here and there, going from man to zone. It really makes it tough for an offense to get it into a rhythm because you're looking at different defenses all the time.
Yeah, don't get comfortable. Layla Stevens, she's passes out to Hannah Chambers. Hannah Chambers, she'll put the left hand on the floor.
That's a good pick.
And it's going to be a legal screen by Jasmine Daly. And we'll call the offensive foul. It's going to be Cougar basketball.
But a lot of that actually goes on the ball handler there because you have to wait for the screen to come. If you're going too early, your screener has to move to be able to get to position, wait that extra half a second, wait for your screener, get in position, then make the move.
Murray, she's in the corner to Alexander. Alexander with a long three. In and out. Rebounded by Jolie Hamilton. And she'll look for Leda Stevens. Stevens will push. Off to Olga. Olga will be called for travel. She thought about making a move, but the defense is right there. Made her drag that pivot foot. That'll be Trinity Lindblade. She'll bring the ball to the front court for the Frederick Community College Cougars. Yeah, still sitting in that 2-3 zone. Leda Stevens extending the pressure. Millie Reagan, she'll miss. They get it back, though.
Ooh. Referee missed a
Naganga.
travel on that one. She was shuffling her feet.
Boy, Murray with a little hesitation move. And it's going to be called on Emma Olga, a little push in the back.
I'll be honest.
That's Tibet Naganga.
I think that was a little bit of a makeup call because the previous shot there, it looked like Reagan was hit on her arm just a little bit, and she was asking for the foul. That time, they're going to call a push in the back. It looked like it was minimal contact, but I feel like the referees might have felt like they owed the Cougars one on that.
Yeah, we call that a makeup call.
The referees never do that. They only call what they see. They never do anything that involves a scoreboard or makeup calls or what the coach is saying to them. Never. It hasn't happened before.
Naganga rattles one in. 43-21. Minute 20 left here in the second quarter. She'll get another. This one rattles home as well. Dances around and falls in. Naganga. 43-22. A little over a minute here to go in the second quarter. Layla Stevens. She'll direct traffic out to Jasmine Daly. Daly will hold. Right-hand dribble. She's cut off. Back out top to Jolie Hamilton. Emma Ogle. Layla Stevens a reset. Daly. Jolie Hamilton. Shot clock's running down, and Layla Stevens will be called for travel.
That was actually a really good defensive stand by Frederick, so they switched to man. And without London Galbraith on the court, there's just not that threat as much to be able to drive through the middle of it. So Howard tried to move it around and just got caught a little bit on the travel. But great defensive stand for Frederick to not give anything inside the arc.
Chambers out top. Trinity Lindblade. 36 on the shot, 36 on the clock, 12 on the shot clock. Lindblade, another long three. This one's off the glass. Collected by Hamilton. That was Layla Stevens. 26 seconds left. She'll try to get it outside to Daly. Daly bounce pass into Chambers. Chambers will turn, knocked away. And here comes Murray. She's on the break for Frederick. Out to Lindblade. Lindblade with the left-handed layup, and she'll be fouled by Layla Stevens.
And once again, it's that Murray girl. She is just coming through on defensively. Nice steal there and a beautiful dish at the last second to find Lindblade on that one.
Yeah, Lindblade and Murray. Good backcourt. Murray's very comfortable with the ball in her hand. She can do a little bit of everything. And Lindblade, she'll be shooting two here, 15 seconds to go. First one's good.
Shooter of her caliber, when she's shooting it from 30 feet out regularly, I imagine these free throws are just a cake for her.
Yeah, oh yeah. Trinity Lindblade, she's just a freshman out of Walkersville, Maryland. Hannah Chambers, she was trapped in the backcourt. Almost turns it over, but she'll be fouled. Boy, tough trap by Frederick in the backcourt. Thought they had Chambers, but she was able to maintain possession.
And honestly, the way it was going, they didn't need to grab there. They had Howard in a really tough spot. They were probably going to be looking at a 10-second violation. No reason to be grabbing there.
Hannah Chambers, only 6 seconds to go, and Chambers struggles a little bit in the backcourt. And she gets it taken away. Here comes Murray with the long three. No good. And we've reached halftime, 43-23. So they had 22 points in the first quarter. They got 21 here in the second quarter, so they're consistent.
Yeah, it's just only good things to say about the Dragons in that first half. That was just an amazing first half, offensively and defensively. Just not allowing the Cougars to get comfortable whatsoever. They're shooting out of their minds from three-point range. They're getting inside. It's just everything working for the Dragons right now.
Yeah, it's been a good all-around performance. Mark Winkler, this is Mike Withers for Howard Community College Lady Dragon Basketball. We'll be back here in the second half.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And we're back here, getting ready to start our second half. 43-23. Lady Dragons with a 20-point lead. I'm not going to say comfortable, a little tenuous, but still a 20-point lead here going into the second half. New starting lineup. It's paid dividends thus far. Savannah Price has had a hot hand in the first half. Done very well. Hey, I think she has 4 3-point baskets in the first half. London Galbraith doing her normal. And Jolene Hamilton in the starting lineup. She's leading all scorers thus far. I believe she has 12 points. Hamilton's done it from inside and outside. Kind of an all-around game. Hannah Chambers has played well in the guard spot. So they had some turnovers probably early in the first quarter, but they've kind of corrected that. They're still struggling a bit against full court pressure. So Coach Barnes is going to have to get a handle on that as they get deeper into their league schedule. 43-23. 30 seconds to go for the second half. Mark Winkle and Mike Withers will be right back here to start the second half in a few moments. I don't know his password. Yeah. Good. Go ahead, you can fade us back in. And we're back, getting ready to start our second half. Mark, 20-point lead for the Lady Dragons. And what looks interesting on the stat line?
I mean, look at those shooting percentages for Howard. You got Jolie Hamilton, 6 of 8 from the field. Savannah Price, 5 of 8, 3 of 4 from three-point range. London Galbraith, she's 3 of 5. Everybody's shooting effectively right now. And it just, and then look at the turnovers. They've got 8 turnovers in the game, and it looks like 10 for Frederick. So certainly right now, it's a clean game for Howard. They're really doing a good job taking care of the basketball. They're leading 23-13 in total rebound as well.
And that's really one of their strengths as the backboard. They've out-rebounded everyone they played against thus far. And Murray, she'll dribble it to the front court, then she'll turn it over. The ball will be thrown out of bounds. Heaven Murray with a turnover for the Cougars to start the second half.
Yeah, but I think that was a little bit more on Nganga. I think she was just not in the right place. Murray was trying to dish her the ball, and Nganga either is just not in the right spot or not really looking for it because, again, if you're a teammate of Murray, you should always be looking for the pass because you know she's trying to distribute.
Yeah, she's trying to get it. Kinsey out top, she holds. She gets the ball to Galbraith. Out top to Chambers. Chambers to put it down. She'll take the foul line jumper off the mark. Mackenzie Walters fights inside, gets the offensive glass, and they'll reset. Galbraith out top, left-hand dribble. She'll go down the lane, and she'll be fouled. London Galbraith, always in attack mode, keeps the defense on their heels. Cannot relax when she has the ball in her hands.
Yeah, but can't say enough about the toughness of Mackenzie Walters. If you just look at her, she doesn't look like that imposing of a figure, but she just plays so hard, is always going after every single rebound, every play. She never takes a play off.
Savannah Price finally misses from long distance, and Frederick's on the break. Ball will be rebounded by Alexander. She misses, and here comes Hannah Walters. She'll run the break. Chambers, little hesitation move.
Oh!
And she gets the little lay-in. Rolls around the rim and drops in to Hannah Chambers. Opens up the scoring in the second half. And right back, that's Alexander. She gets a 3.
Yeah, and that's big for Frederick. You needed something in transition there for in rhythm. And Alexander did a good job of, even though she was moving quickly, set her feet and got a good shot off.
Yeah, Alexander. Yeah, gets her first 3 to drop. Kenzie Walters out top. She gets it inside to Jolene Hamilton. Little move in the lane, left hand, bunny off the glass. And Trinity Lindblade, she got a fast break against. Wow, that's a nice shot.
That was.
Over top of Galbraith. Trinity Lindblade off the glass.
And again, Galbraith got it back, and she had good defensive position there. And yeah, Lindblade just made a better play. It was with her right hand. Might want to see it with a left hand there, but.
Hannah Chambers trouble handling the ball. Here comes Murray. Right hand off the glass to lay it in. And it's a 15-point ball game. So at halftime, I said they had a 20-point lead. Now, I didn't say comfortable. I said tenuous. Here we go.
And we talked before about taking care of the basketball. Howard did such a good job of limiting the turnovers in the first half. Not so much so far in the second half.
And here comes Hannah Chambers down the lane, off the glass, no good. Mackenzie Walters fighting for the offensive glass. She'll be tied up. It will stay here. Dragon basketball. Hannah Chambers a little trouble handling the ball out top. It's a new position for her. She played with her back to the basket last year. She's now facing the basket. So transition for her.
But it's certainly it's good for any coach to be able to have that versatility, to be able to do a little bit of both.
Savannah Price, she misses but knocks the ball off the leg of Nganga.
What a smart play from Price.
Yeah.
She saw that there's no way she was going to be able to catch that ball, so she just got her volleyball instincts out, and she just swatted that thing right off of the leg and got the possession back.
Ball's out top to Price. She looked for Galbraith. Galbraith will set the offense. Galbraith tries to go down the lane against Lindblade. Pass inside to Mackenzie Walters. Walters outside the hand of Chambers. Chambers with the short jumper off the glass. Walters with the rebound. Clean up. Put back. Mackenzie Walters. 4 rebounds here in the second half. All offensive rebounds.
Mackenzie Walters, she had to fight to get that pass because it was lobbed a little bit too high. Fought to get the offensive rebound. Fought to get the layup. Just a really hard play from her all the way around.
Heaven Murray down the lane. Murray spinning, driving down the lane. She'll be fouled.
And Murray trying to talk to her teammates a little bit. Like, come on, like bring up the intensity, bring up the energy. She's trying to go hard every single play, and it's just asking her teammates to follow her lead.
What? Melly Reagan, a little turnaround jumper. Right on the block. She'll knock it down, and we're back to a 15-point game, 47-32. Galbraith, she'll take a running one-hander, no good again. Mackenzie Walters with the rebound. She tries to pass it out to Chambers. It's turned over. And here comes Alexander for Frederick. She'll slow it down in the front court. Alexander guarded by Chambers. She's around the back. Lindblade, she'll take it. Hannah Chambers picks hers up. Lindblade with the long three. Nganga tries to save it. Ball be knocked around. Mackenzie Walters picks up, and she'll run the break. Here's Walters. She's down. Gives it off to Chambers. Chambers with the 10-footer off the front of the rim. Mackenzie Walters right there with the putback off the front of the rim. And, of course, who else? Jolie Hamilton comes in for the cleanup.
And for that play, that was just the Dragons hustling more than the Cougars. It was a fast break opportunity, but how many Dragons went into the basket there? There's 3-4 Dragons there waiting for the play to follow it up and finish it. Only a couple of green shirts in there. It's just the team that hustles more creates more opportunities to score.
Yeah, they've been pounding the backboards here to start this second half. Mackenzie Walters has 5 offensive rebounds that I've counted, and Jolie Hamilton, I believe, has 2.
Yeah.
Here in the second half.
Walters up to 10 rebounds already, 6 on the offensive side. And you talk about in basketball about not everybody's going to be the superstar. Not everybody's going to be able to do everything. Fill a role. You have a role in the team. Do your job. For Mackenzie Walters, she might not ever be the player that's going to put up 20, 30 points in a game, but she does so much for the team offensively and the rebounds and playing tough. She does so much defensively. It's the player that any coach would love to have on their team.
Yeah, those little things. So she just, whatever she's asked to do, she does it. I see her out there handling the ball again. That's something that she did not do that well last year, so she's improved her ball handling. I saw her running the break, and she's getting to the front of the rim, getting on the offensive glass, so she's contributing in a big way this afternoon.
And that's one of the toughest parts about being at a 2-year school is you don't have the 4 years to develop a player. You've got 2 years at most to really take these players and try to make them better. And yeah, we talked earlier about Hannah Chambers, how much she's improved from year 1 to year 2. Mackenzie Walters, like you were saying, she has developed her game to be more of all around, be able to do more for the team. It's just, you love to see it, and that's just great coaching. That's just great dedication from the players to really want to get better. And hopefully a lot of these players will be able to take their skills to the next level.
And transition. So Naomi Williams is into the game. Kenzie Walters will set. Williams with a good first half. Naomi Williams, had 4 points in the first half.
A little confusion here about whose ball it should be. Yeah, I was going to say it was a made layup, so it should be Frederick's ball.
Yeah, so they have it. Here comes Heaven Murray. She'll take it into the front court. She hands off to Lynn Blade. I thought she did, but Heaven Murray, she'll keep it. Lynn Blade, she'll now trail. Along the baseline, passes out top to Alexander. Alexander will pull up for the baseline. Get the foul line jumper. It's off. Ball's inside to Naganga. Off the rim. Rebounded by Naomi Williams. And here comes Galbraith. She'll lead the break. Galbraith hands off to Price. Out top to Williams. Williams left hand down the lane. Out to Chambers. Chambers with a 15-footer. No good. Lee Reagan with another rebound, and she'll put it back out. Man-to-man defense for the Dragons. Alexander splits a double team. Long rebounds. Williams picks it up. She outlets to Galbraith. She'll push. Galbraith. Little running one-hander, no good. Misses everything. Ball will be out of bounds. I think she wanted a foul. She did not get the call.
I think she was also saying that the ball was tipped and it should stay with the Dragons. Yeah. I will say that was for Galbraith. It's a little bit forced. She's fading to her left and trying to shoot with her right. It's a really tough shot there, especially from that far away from the basket. Might not have been the best move there. That might be one of those ones you want to dish it out and just reset your offense.
Yeah, you want to get that one back. Here's from Alexander. She's down the lane. She'll be fouled by Hamilton. They're running that little weave out top. Frederick. Coach Barnes up off the bench. She's not happy. They're not communicating out front on the screens, and there'll be a timeout.
And that's exactly what, if you're Frederick, you want to see. You've seen Murray being the one to drive in and really make plays over and over and over again. You need somebody else to do it. I have to imagine Murray's got to be getting tired. Like, she's been putting the team on her back, trying to make everything happen. So then, yeah, you have a player like Alexander being able to cut inside, make a play for the team. That helps a lot for the Cougars.
And so far, the offense has kind of slowed down for the Dragons here in the third quarter. Only 6 points with little more than half of the quarter gone. 4:51 left here in the third quarter. Dragons with 6 points, only 6 points. They had 22 in each of the previous quarters, 21, 22, and 21. So off the scoring pace a little bit here in the third.
Well, that's what we talked about in the first quarter. At some point, the Dragons were not going to be hitting every single shot. So how do you adjust that? All right, now that you're not just hitting everything, you've got to adjust your offense. You have to adjust your defense.
Yep.
And you just have to make sure to not let the Cougars get some hope and thinking, all right, they can chip away at this. Even if you just keep it right about here, but making sure you're just playing hard defensively and find open looks. The clock's on your side also. No reason to force anything, no reason to force the play. Make sure to just develop it through your offense.
And one thing, talking to Coach Barnes, the Lady Dragons have struggled with is free throws and layups. And they've still missed some easy shots here this afternoon. So that 49 could easily be midway through the 60s right now if they make their easy shots. So we'll see how it goes. We're back in. It'll be Frederick County basketball. The Cougars will inbound it. Alexander. He's outside to Heaven Murray. Murray, little pump fake, dribble drive. Hands off to Lynn Blade. Lynn Blade along the right baseline. She's trapped. Pass inside to Naganga. Ball's knocked away. It's on the floor. Jasmine Daly.
Now, referee's going to have a tough call here because if he's going to say that the Dragons had possession, then the shot clock gets reset. If they don't, then it just says she was out of bounds. It's only going to be 2 on the shot clock here that the Cougars have to get one off, and that looks like it's going to be the second option.
Here we go. Long shot by Murray. She gets her own offensive rebound, but the ball is knocked away. Jasmine Daly picks it up. And here comes Galbraith.
Now, it's a great job by Daly to stay with the play, even though it was a little bit of a scramble. Nobody was sure for a second there if it was going to be a shot clock violation or not. But Daly made sure to keep playing through the whistle and made sure to make that block in the end and take away the basket.
And Emma Ogle gets called for the charge. And here the Dragons in a little 1-3-1, a little skip pass by Heaven Murray. They tried.
Yeah.
Millie Reagan tried to save that.
Good job by Reagan to try to convince her, but she's got to have her feet inbounds to start for that to count.
Yeah.
I will say, if I'm Coach Barnes right now, I think the Cougars are starting to show a little bit of signs of wearing down. I'd put on some full court press right here and really force them to have to fight through every inch of ground in order to get into their offense.
Yeah, we're still reporting a 17-point lead. 4 minutes left here in the third. Jasmine Jelly, here's Galbraith. She's trying to get the ball inside to Naomi Williams. Ball's inside, knocked away by Alexander. She was trailing on the play to Leah Alexander, but she's able to knock the ball away from Naomi Williams.
Nice off-ball movement by Williams, though. Came around on the screen, got on the inside position to post up and put it up, but like you said, a great block from behind by the Cougars.
And again, Hannah Chambers turns it over an inbound pass. It's picked off by Lindblade. Lindblade bounce pass over to Maylee Reagan. The ball will be knocked away. It will stay Cougar basketball on the fast break. Talia Alexander she'll inbound for the Cougars.
Watch Murray coming around there, and a good defense.
Uganga, no good. Ball rebounded by Lindblade. Throws up a right-handed hook against the defense. The ball drops in 49-34.
That's just a great individual effort by Lindblade. Just was the only one really moving her feet on that play. She was able to get the rebound and put up the floater there.
Emma Ogle tries the left hand down the lane. Ball will be knocked away. It will stay Lady Dragon basketball. Emma Ogle trying to get the ball in the basket. She'll be subbed out. Here comes Savannah Price. She's back in the ball game. 13 points in the first half. Has not scored here yet in the second. Chambers slaps the ball. Wants everybody to move. Screaming.
And
5-second call. That's a quick 5 seconds.
It was, but I don't think anybody realized that the first couple of seconds she was holding the ball, the referee was already counting, and nobody was moving, and that's why she was yelling, "Move!" Somebody it didn't have enough time to have everybody develop through the play because I don't think anybody maybe didn't hear the whistle. I'm not sure, but
Heaven Murray, she's in the corner to Lindblade. Lindblade cross-court pass to Alexander. Maylee Reagan. She loved that baseline.
That's Reagan's spot right there. Yeah, she loves it on that spot. You've seen her get it there and fade away or go towards the basket. She has been very effective from that spot.
All of a sudden, we have a 13-point game, 49-36. A little over, just about 3 minutes left. Long rebound, picked up by Naomi Williams. No call. Hannah Chambers. Boy, they needed that bucket.
Yeah, and that was a scrappy one, too. It wasn't pretty, but it's certainly just an effort basket to get some points on the board and try to stall the momentum.
Boy, Heaven Murray. Aaron pass. Here comes Daly. She'll try it. Ball's knocked away. Price in the right place, right time. Puts it back. 2 points.
And Murray's saying, my bad, team. But I think she's just starting to wear down a little bit. She's had to do so much, and it's just, yeah, she gives up the ball there. She's trying to let other people take over right now.
Boy, Melly Reagan open along the baseline, little diagonal pass, and Coach cannot be happy. They're running that 1-3-1, but no ball pressure, and then she's able to look just like a quarterback. If you don't have any pressure on him, he's going to find a receiver. That's what happened there.
I don't want to be a player on the gray team right now because Coach Barnes is not happy. Look at her getting into their team right now, and that is just it's a lack of effort, lack of concentration, and giving up that easy basket there. Those are the little things that you just can't have happen. You're playing hard for so long. You build up this lead. Just that momentary lapse, you're giving up the easy baskets. It can really start affecting the way the team plays. And Coach Barnes, that's a great time to call a timeout and make sure to get the message across.
Yeah, she is not happy. Two plays in a row. Gave up a diagonal pass. Little baseline layup, baseline jump shot, 4 quick points, and we're back to a 15-point game. So the Cougars are not going away. They're hanging tough. A little over 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter, and it'll be Lady Dragon basketball. Galbraith up into the front court. She has not scored here in the third quarter either. Here's Galbraith. Out top to Chambers. Chambers getting screened by Williams. Chambers down the lane. She'll be challenged. Boy, Maylee Reagan came over for the help, but she reached in. Hannah Chambers will be shooting too. Chambers down the lane, ball knocked away, but she was fouled.
And when you need to get a productive offensive possession, what do? You get it in the hands of your sophomore leader. get it to her at the top of the key and say, go make a play for us, go make a move. And that's exactly what she did. A great drive in there and was able to get to the free throw line.
Chambers misses the first one. She'll have another. Not a whole lot of free throws this afternoon for the Lady Dragons. Chambers shovels the feet. She'll shoot the second. Second one is off the rim. Rebounded by London Galbraith. She'll take it out to restart the possession. Gets it out top to Chambers. Chambers up top to Williams. Williams will take the free throw line jumper. Off the back of the rim. Ball's handed off to Alexander. And she'll push for the Cougars.
Free throw line has not been nice to the Dragons so far. 1 of 7 in this game from the charity stripe.
Yeah. Evan Murray, she's tied up by Hannah Chambers. Good job by Chambers. It'll be a 5-second call. And the defense comes through for the Lady Dragons. Nowhere to go with the ball. Heaven Murray, just nothing to do with it.
And again, I not to keep harping on the same point, but earlier in the game, if that was Murray in that position, she's going to try to dribble out of that. She's going to make a move on her own because she's got that ability. On that play, it just felt like she's just a little bit out of gas in the tank and is trying to get somebody else to step in and help her and be a passing option.
Hannah Chambers down the lane, a little too strong. Naomi Williams trying for the offensive glass, but the ball will be out of bounds. And Dragons will be back in that 2-2-1. London Galbraith knocks the ball away. Murray, yeah, she looks a little gassed right now. She's not even moving to get to the basketball. That's why Galbraith is able to knock it away. She gives it off to Alexander. Alexander back across to Heaven Mary.
And like I said, Coach Barnes, there's a good time to put on the full court press. So, yeah, Frederick does have the ball. They were able to get through the press. But, look, there's 22 seconds left on the shot clock. You've taken away a third of their time that they get to have an offensive possession. And they're having to just fight for every inch. It wears down the team that much more. And Howard, they've got a bit of a deeper bench.
Yeah, here comes Lindblade. She's out top against Galbraith. Calls for a screen. Galbraith gets through. Lindblade. Flip it out to Melly Reagan. Reagan's down the lane. She'll try a little one-hander. Flips it up, but she'll be fouled. Melly Reagan doing a good job moving without the ball. And that time she gets a little handoff down the lane. She'll be fouled. She'll go to the free throw line. She made her last 2.
And that time, Howard just way too late in sliding over and help defense. The middle opened up wide open for Reagan. And by the time anybody in Howard got there, they were behind her, and Reagan was fouled on the play. But again, if I'm Reagan, I want to see her. She kind of faded away towards the basket at the end of it. If she just takes that one last step towards the basket and goes towards the rim, she might have been able to make that an and one a lot easier.
Reagan's second free throw is no good. She misses both. Naomi Williams, she tracks it down, gives it up to Galbraith. She'll run the break, passes up to Savannah Price. Price has been quiet here in the third quarter. Jasmine Dillon, she'll screen out top. Here comes Galbraith. Little jump step down the lane off the glass, too hard. Ball's rebounded by Heaven Murray. She knocks it out of bounds. It will stay right here with the Lady Dragons. Only 10 points here in the third quarter. 44 seconds left. 53-38. Chambers to inbound. Looking for the screen.
Yeah, it's a moving screen again. We've seen that multiple times today from Daly.
Jasmine Dillon. Now it'll be a turnover. 44 to go. 15-point lead. Dragons, full court pressure once again. Has 14 fouls. No one in the bonus. Injury timeout.
Oh, boy.
Who got in?
It looks like Murray might have had a cut on her lip, I think is what the referee was signaling. Yeah, looks like she's bleeding. I'll tell you what, though. That is a fortuitous injury timeout for Frederick to help catch their breath.
Yeah,
What's not fortuitous for them is the fact that it looks like Murray is going to have to come out as she is getting tended to by the trainer, Tim Happel.
Yeah, it's like blood or something on her lip there. The Dragons, Savannah Price and Galbraith. Pressure in the backcourt. Ball's inbounded to Lindblade. It's Galbraith. Ball's in the air. Naomi Williams picks it off. Galbraith. Ball's knocked away. Picked up by Manley Reagan. Stay with the Cougars.
10 seconds. There it is.
Good pressure. Good pressure, timely pressure by the Lady Dragons. They get a turnover. Just mentioned their ball handler, she's out of the game.
Yeah, without Murray in there, it certainly creates an opening for a ball handler for the Cougars. And right now, I'm not sure that they have somebody that can really fill those shoes capably.
Here's Chambers looking for the screen. Ball comes out to Williams. Surprised her. Chambers down the lane. Ball gets knocked away. Hannah Chambers going for the layup. Ball gets knocked off her legs. 19 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
And that was just miscommunication as Williams was coming over to set the screen, and Chambers instead was trying to give her the ball and just create a little bit of sloppiness there.
Gabby Lindblade into the game, so the ball's turned over. Here comes Price. She gives it off to Galbraith. Galbraith to go down the lane. She'll try the shot. She'll be fouled by Talia Alexander. This last 30 seconds has not been kind to the Cougars.
But that was just a great read from Price. The trap was on as they had two on the corner to stop Lindblade from advancing further. So Price read, all right, she's got to pass it back to the middle of the court. Stepped in front, was able to pick off that pass with anticipation.
Well, defensive pressure, that's what it does. You can anticipate because you know where the ball is going when you have good defensive pressure. Galbraith, it's good. 54-38, 11 points in the quarter for the Lady Dragons. Off their earlier scoring pace, but they're still holding a 16-point lead. Galbraith will get another. That was long rebound. Galbraith knocks away, picks up her own rebound. She'll fight for it. Ball will be knocked away. It will be Cougar basketball with little over 5 seconds to go.
And honestly, that's a great possession or a great job by Galbraith, because what that does is now Frederick only has 5 seconds left to get a shot off. They're probably not going to.
Nope.
And then to start the fourth quarter, they're going to get the possession arrow going back toward the Dragons. So that hustle play by Galbraith basically wasted a possession for Frederick.
Yes, he did. All right, we got a 16-point lead. We're going to step away. We'll be right back here to start our fourth and final quarter. And we're back to start the fourth quarter. 54-38 marked the scoring slowed down a little bit, but the defense kind of bailed the Dragons out here in the third quarter.
Yes, it did. And for the Dragons, again, the time is on your side. Just work through your offense. But if you're Frederick, you've got to pick up the pace a little bit. That's going to be tough when they've basically been playing with 5 players almost the entire game. 5 players with 23 minutes or more played. You're going to get nothing from your bench. 3 of those players, by the way, have 3 fouls each.
Wow, that's tough. Ironman duty for the Cougars. Cougars out extending the ball pressure right now. Daly out to Williams. Galbraith gets it back. She'll set the offense. 13 on the shot clock. With Daly. Galbraith down the lane. Good tuck inside to Naomi Williams. The shot will be blocked. They're going to call a jump ball, and it's going to go with the Cougars. That's a nice feed by Galbraith finding Naomi Williams, but a better defensive play by the Cougars.
That was really good. But if you're Williams, you telegraphed it a little bit too much, maybe a little bit of a pump fake, just something to throw it off and make it a little harder for the Cougars.
And Heaven Murray, she'll try to go to the basket, and London Galbraith will pick up the charge. And Murray got her hands up, didn't think that she hit her that hard, but good job by London Galbraith.
More importantly, that is the 4th foul on Heaven Murray, and that is a player that the Cougars cannot afford to foul out. So now she's got to play a little bit back defensively for the rest of this game to stay into the game.
Savannah Price, she'll try another three. That's off the mark. Long rebound.
That was a good look for Price. That's exactly where you wanted to shoot it, right on the wing there. It was a good catch-and-shoot rhythm. Unfortunately for her, it didn't go in, but that is one of those situations. You take that shot every time. You can't be mad about that if you're Coach Barnes.
No, that's what you want to take. To Trinity Lindblade, a little pressure in the backcourt by the Dragons. Alexander, good pass in the Ganga, and she'll make a little short jumper in the lane, and we got a 54-40 ball game.
Now,
Press is not rotating at all. They're not getting that rotation in the back.
Cougars did a great job of moving the ball quickly there to make sure that they didn't get trapped and got the easy basket out of it.
And that's a good hustle play by Galbraith. Ball knocked away on the drive. She gets it back, goes back to the rim and foul. She'll have 2 free throws. Good that one.
Lindblade complaining about that one. Didn't like the call, but it was just her first foul of the game, so can't be too mad about that.
No. Galbraith going to the basket. She did not get in the book in the third quarter, so she's tried desperately to get a bucket here.
And this has just been such a problem for the Dragons. They now 2 of 9 from the free throw line. Galbraith 1 of 4. That's big.
Yeah.
That might save her an extra 15 minutes at free throws at practice next.
Yeah.
Making a couple here would go a long way.
It's just repetition. Free throw shooting is repetition. You have to get out there to do it. You have to practice it. It's a fundamental.
It's important to do it when it's not like your team practice time. Do that on your own. Come out here, and get those free throws to make sure you're getting that, and that's beautiful.
The Galbraith gets 2, 56-40. 8:38 to go here in the fourth quarter. Talia Alexander, she'll inbound. Get the ball back. She's running the point. Now Heaven Murray's playing off the ball. Alexander will bring it up. Little handoff, trying to hand it off to Murray. She'll get it.
Like Murray
trying to go down the lane. Laying it off the glass, and it's good. Talia Murray, little handoff. She's down the lane.
Murray originally was like, no, go the opposite way. Like she was trying to take a play off. It looked like catch her breath. And instead, it's like, okay, I got to bail my team out. What does she do? Curls all the way around, makes the layup. That's a big play for Murray.
Good bounce pass inside. Here's Jolie Hamilton. The ball will be knocked away. Picked up by Price, but she'll throw it over Hannah Chambers' head. Another turnover. That'll be Cougar basketball, 14-point ball game, 8 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
And give credit to Reagan on that one, as she was getting back down defensively, but stood her ground at the end and forced the turnover just by not giving way too much and holding that ground.
Green out top. Lindblade, long three. It's off the glass. Williams with the rebound. Galbraith, she'll push. Out top to Williams. Williams look at Chambers. Chambers
wide open.
Baseline, wide open. Chambers drives in. Man, the coach is like, what's taking you so long?
Chambers literally had the entire right side of the court wide open to herself, and it took her a couple of seconds to realize, oh, wait, maybe I should attack. But she still got the basket, so all's well that ends well.
Yep. Boy. Heaven Murray got the ball knocked off her foot. She calls a timeout, didn't want to turn it over. And Frederick will take a 30-second timeout, 58-42, back to a 16-point game, a little over 7 here in the fourth quarter. And the shooting percentage has dropped off, so that means the defense has got to pick up. It's been good at times, but other times the back end of that press has not been that good by the Dragons.
Yeah, taking a look at the stat sheet, you got Jolie Hamilton at 15 points, Savannah Price at 15 points, Hannah Chambers at 10, and Galbraith, she's got 9. But after that, there's not a whole lot of scoring. So you're looking at those big 4 players. All right, when you're coming down the court, trying to work your way through that. If I'm the Dragons right now, keep working inside. You know that the Cougars have some foul trouble right now. Work the inside. See if you can force them to play that tough defense or force them to back off a little bit because they don't want to pick up any more fouls from those players that are in trouble.
Yeah, and the Dragons have that luxury. They have some players that can play in the paint. You know, Hamilton has been a monster down there. Chambers, she's used to playing with her back to the basket. So she can play down there. So you can certainly can slow down, take the air out the ball, as they say, and work the ball inside. Got to make free throws, though.
And it's important for London Galbraith to take care of the basketball from here on out. Try to just make sure there's no more turnovers. As long as you don't turn the ball over, it's going to be really hard to lose this game. If you start having some bad possessions and turn the ball over, then you give Frederick a chance to try to start crawling back in.
Yeah, because Frederick, they're certainly tired right now. Maylee Reagan giving them a lift in the third quarter. Heaven Murray was out the game a little bit. She's back in. She's scored a few buckets. But for all intents and purposes, that they need to keep the pressure on the Cougars.
And we've seen Trinity Lindblade. She's gone cold a little bit in the second half as well. For Frederick to come back, you're going to have to probably see her get real hot real quick here and start hitting some of those long-range shots that she loves to take.
Yeah, I think they've only had three three-pointers here this afternoon, 2 for Trinity Lindblade and 1 from Alexander. So they may need some more of those if they want to crawl back into this thing. 16-point game. Right now, 7 minutes to go, 7:21. Maylee Reagan. She'll hold it out top. Calling for Alexander. Another handoff to Lindblade, and she'll try a long 3, and it's good. Right on cue. There you go.
That is Lindblade needing to get hot for the Cougars, and she hits that first one. Dragons a little bit confused on defense there. They weren't sure if they were switching off or staying on that screen, and it opened up the opportunity for Lindblade to take the open 3.
Noah Williams out top to Galbraith, and she mishandled. The ball will be out of bounds. She'll turn it over. Galbraith just a little careless, didn't look the ball in, off her hands.
Yeah, it looked like she was looking up at the defense before the ball was in her hands and was getting ready to attack before she even had possession.
And Emma Ogle, she's into the game. She'll be guarding Alexander. Heaven Murray, she's off to Maylee Reagan. Reagan tries the baseline. She's cut off. Back out top to Trinity Lindblade. And Galbraith will have nothing to do. She's not giving her any room. And Lindblade forces up a 3. It's off the glass.
Yeah, forces up is right. Frederick did not look comfortable in that entire offensive possession, and Lindblade just felt like she had to just throw something up because there was nothing going for him.
Emma Ogle, she'll try her foul line jumper, and it's good. Well, it looked like it, but no, it wasn't. Wow, from up here, it looked like it went in, but it didn't.
Nothing but net, just the bottom part of the net.
That's it. Ogle will knock it out of bounds. So 58-45. Hannah Chambers will come back in. Naomi Williams will have a seat.
Chambers with 7 turnovers in this game. Yeah, she's been effective. She's been scoring points, but those turnovers are starting to add up on her, and that's just something that I'm sure that's why she was on the bench, and now Coach Barnes expecting her sophomore leader to clean that up a little bit.
And Maylee Reagan, she gives it up. Here comes Savannah Price. She's on a break by herself, and she misses the layup. Oh, my gracious.
And what were you telling me earlier about what Coach Barnes was saying needs to happen in this game?
Yeah.
Make your layups, make your free throws.
Yep.
Seeing props with both of those right now.
3-on-1, and they come away with 0. Now, they do have the ball on bounds. Chambers will inbound, but what a missed opportunity. Savannah Price. Got 3 misses. Lindblade picks it up. She'll be bumped in the backcourt by Hannah Chambers. That'll be a foul on Hannah Chambers. Empty possession after a 3-on-1 break. That's not what you want.
Yeah, and I think starting to see some frustration from Price for as well as she was shooting that first half is finding a hard time in the second half.
Galbraith, she picks off the inbound pass. She's going to try to do it on her own. Little step through. She misses the layup. Here comes Lindblade. She's up court to Maley Reagan. Outside to Alexander. Alexander for a long three. So off the glass. Long rebound picked up by Lindblade. Out top to Nagy. Naganga, rather. Naganga, she'll try to hand off to Lindblade. Ball's on the floor.
And the Frederick coach right now on the sideline is just incensed at that, as he thought Lindblade was pushed over on the play. I will say, if there's one thing I've noticed about women's basketball referees in particular, they love calling jump balls. Anytime there's any possibility of a jump ball, they will give it immediately. They don't want to see anybody rolling around or getting any. They will call it in a snap second. I thought that one was another one of those where it was a little bit too quick because their ball looked like it was still free there and there was still more play to be had.
Jolie Hamilton, she'll take a three. That's off. Long rebound, track down. That's Heaven Murray. She picks up the long rebound. She'll be fouled by Jolie Hamilton. Good block out.
That's going to be Hamilton's fourth foul.
Wow. Hamilton will go to the bench. Naomi Williams will come back in.
That's a big loss for Howard, as you're putting your leading scorer on the bench right now.
Yeah. 13-point ball game, 5 minutes to go. Here's Heaven Murray. She's into the front court, guarded by Savannah Price. Picks up her dribble, gives off to Alexander. Alexander off the backboard, no good. Rebounded by Emma Ogle. She'll outlet up court to Savannah Price, and the ball will be knocked away by Maley Reagan. She got back in transition. And it'll be Dragon basketball. They'll have it out of bounds under their basket. We hear the cheerleaders talking about defense, and there'll be a timeout on the floor. 4:47 to go. We still have a 13-point game mark, and I tell you, the 43 points in the first half, only 15 so far here in the second half. They've really gone cold.
Yes, they have. But again, you're going to ask yourself, all right, who's going to step up? Who's going to take over the play and make sure that they close this game out? Again, if you play good defense, you might not even be able to. You might not even need to score another point. If you play good defense, you can probably hold through with this lead. But at that point, then just making sure you're taking care of the ball, but also find the players that are going to make a play for somebody else and open it up. When you've got the clock on your side, work it through your offense. But then, especially with you've got Price, who's gone cold, Chambers turning the ball over, Hamilton's now on the bench, Galbraith has had a few turnovers as well. Who's going to be that person to really step up and take the team and put it on their back and make sure that this game is closed out correctly?
Yeah, somebody has to take control. In the past, Galbraith has been the one to settle them down, so we'll see what she does here this afternoon.
And defensively, I keep talking about you just can't let Lindblade get any open looks from three-point range. You talk about winning conditions. That is right now the Cougars' winning condition is Lindblade getting hot and trying to spread out that Howard defense to open it up for some of their bigs. And they probably want to get back into Reagan. She's been effective when they get the ball in her hands on the baseline. They probably want to try to see if they can get back to those two things that could maybe see them start to crawl back in.
Yeah, Melly Reagan has been effective along the baseline, but she's been able to get the ball down there. Heaven Murray back in. So Dragon basketball. Savannah Price will inbound. Ball's out to Hannah Chambers. She'll kick out to Galbraith. And out of the timeout, turn the ball over. Savannah Price is not looking. The ball is passed out of bounds by Galbraith.
Hard to catch the ball if you don't see it coming.
The man-to-man defense, Price will be out on Heaven Murray. Murray with the spin move out top. Good defense. Ball's knocked off her leg by Galbraith.
And once again, I love to see that. All right, so you just made a bad play offensively. You weren't looking for it. You basically caused your team to lose possession. So what do? Back on the other end, you play tough defense, man-to-man, taking on the Frederick's best player and force her turnover because you put in some good pressure. Great job by Price to make up for it on the defensive end.
Naomi Williams, she's inside to Hannah Chambers. That's just what the doctor ordered. Little duck move inside by Hannah Chambers. Drop step, bucket.
But all that started before she even got the ball. She sealed it and got the inside position to make sure that when she received that pass, she was able to turn to her right and be able to lay it up off the glass.
Good defense once again by the Dragons. Almost a 5-second call. Emma Ogle she had Murray tied up. Murray turns it over, tries to bounce it off of Ogle. Emma Ogle, she'll bring it into the front court. Ogle, ball's almost knocked away. She's almost tied up. Galbraith, she'll try a three. Off the rim, rebounded. Here comes Frederick. Here come the Cougars. Mary Redden, she's out top to Lindblade, and Frederick will call a timeout. A little over 3 minutes to go. 15-point ball game. So Dragons been able to maintain that cushion. It's got down to 13. It's been going for 13, 14, 15. They've been able to keep that cushion.
Yeah, the score deficit might be the same, but the clock is the one that is certainly changing. And I will say, I think that's a great timeout for Frederick because the pace of the game has slowed down significantly. Both teams getting sloppy. They're both getting tired. They're both turning the ball over in ways that they really weren't in the first half.
Right.
So what do? You call a timeout. You settle your team down. You set up a play right here. If you're able to make a play and draw something up to get a basket right here, okay, now you can start to see how the math works out where they could come back. It's just all about keeping your composure. You can see Murray starting to show some frustration. Was trapped in the corner there, tried to throw it off Howard's player's leg just to try to get possession, but not just making that play of like, okay, settle it down. I've got composure. I've got the game under control. And right now, the Frederick coaching staff trying to make sure to keep their heads right now and keep it in the game and try to keep them positive.
Yeah, 3 minutes to go. You need something good to happen right here from Frederick. Now, the Dragons averaging 64 a game, so they're right on their season average right now. I thought they were on pace to get about 80 today, but I don't think that's going to happen. So they're right on pace, right around their average. Defensively, they've held the team where they've been doing all season. So I guess it's working for them thus far.
I mean, if you hit your averages in the positive, you're scoring about what you usually do, but you're giving up 45 points. I mean, that's good. That's a winning formula right there.
There you go. Ogle will challenge the inbound, comes in to Lindblade. She'll be guarded by Galbraith out top. Man-to-man defense by the Dragons. Heaven Murray. She'll look to get Bob Price. Here comes Lindblade. Lindblade, left hand, wild-looking shot is rebounded by Naomi Williams as she turns it over. Gives it back inside. Lindblade gets it back and scores. That was a kind of goofy possession.
And it's a shame because Howard started with really good defense to start out, but as soon as that first shot went out, everything kind of just fell apart and lost their formation.
And there's Galbraith. She's bumped on the shot, no call. And again, here comes Frederick. 13-point ball game, a little over 2 to go. Heaven Murray, she's off the glass, and all of a sudden we have an 11-point game.
And Murray comes out with a little hop in her step. She's feeling energized. Galbraith now is the one that's looking a little tired now.
Yep. Yeah, Galbraith has struggled here offensively here in the second half. So Lindblade is out top on her, putting pressure. Out top to Williams. Williams out top to Hannah Chambers. Inside to Williams. Little inside move. That's great patience, good offense.
And again,
by Howard.
The off-ball movement. Williams comes along the baseline, slides over. As Howard was able to slide the ball around, there's Williams being able to seal the inside, receive the pass from Chambers, and put up with the right hand.
So Savannah Price should be called on the foul. Heaven Murray, she's bumped out by the timeline.
One of the most underrated parts about being a forward down low is how you're setting yourself up to receive that pass. Every forward wants to get the ball down low and let them go to work. But you have to be able to put yourself in a good position to receive that pass and then to make a play.
Heaven Murray, left-handed dribble, she'll be called. She'll pick up the foul. And that's the 5th foul on the Dragons. Well, that's the 4th foul, so they're not cheating. I thought they were in the bonus. Alexander, she'll inbound. Try to get it to Murray. Tries to bounce it off of Emma Ogle. Done that a few times today. Ogle knocks the ball out of bounds. It will stay here. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Under 2 minutes to go in the ball game here in the fourth quarter. Alexander to inbound.
And there's not many plays drawn up from this part of the court.
Heather Murray, she's tied up. Alexander with along the baseline jumper's no good. Rebounded by Galbraith. The ball gets knocked away, but she regathers possession. Galbraith's in the front court. She's bumped by Lindblade. No call. Ball's back out top. A little over a minute to go here. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Galbraith in the backcourt. She'll come to the free throw line. Pull up. Good pass inside to Williams. No good. Hannah Chambers with the rebound. Put back. That's no good. And Frederick gains possession. 2 good looks by the Dragons. Could not get it to go down.
And Coach Barnes put her head in her hands right there. Is wondering how are we missing so many layups.
And Naomi Williams, she knocks the ball away on a backdoor cut by Maylee Reagan. The ball will stay with the Cougars. Minute 16.
You know, it may not have always looked the prettiest, may not have always looked exactly how you want it to be, but in the end, as we talk about, this is a conference divisional game. This is a big, big time game, and for Howard, just being able to grit it out, this is really going to go a long way for them.
Yep, Lindblade, she misses long 3. Ball's passed up to Savannah Price. That time she makes the layup. 64-49. Back to a 15-point game, less than a minute to go. Price is out top, got it by Murray. Murray spin, move inside, she'll go. Murray fouled on the play. Boy, Heaven Murray, I like her. She has a whole leg wrap, so I'm not sure what happened over there. Man, she's been doing yeoman duty today.
I say she's got a bionic leg there.
Yeah. But Murray, she's a gamer, though. She'll have 2 shots.
Yeah, and you have to give a lot of credit to Frederick. They really tried to hang in there. It was a first half that, again, everything went right for the Dragons, it seemed like. And Frederick just kept hanging around. And they've been putting a fight. And, again, they're doing this with basically 5 players.
Yeah.
You've gotten 11 minutes from the entire game from your bench, 2 points from your bench. And it's basically just been the same 5 that have been gritting it out this whole game. And they're putting up a heck of a fight. Give them a lot of credit for grinding it out. But it looks like the Dragons are going to be able to hold on just enough to be able to really secure a good divisional win here.
Mary misses the second. Galbraith, she'll come into the front court. She'll pull it out. A little over 40 seconds to go. She's close to a 5-second call out there. She crosses the timeline. Galbraith, she'll pull up. 15-footer. That's no good. Rebounded by Naomi Williams. She'll try to put it back, and she'll be fouled.
That was just good positioning by Williams. She got the spot that she wanted to right in the middle of the zone, boxed out, and was able to just be able to put it back up. But it's that initial work of putting yourself in the right spot so that you have the inside spot to be able to make that rebound, that making that work before the shot even happens. That's what allows her to get these 2 free throws.
Naomi Williams, she'll be shooting. First free throw is no good, off the back of the rim. Just under 30 seconds ago, 64-50 here in the fourth quarter. Naomi Williams with her second. That one is good, 65, so a little bit above their average. 65 points on the day thus far for the Dragons. Talia Alexander, she'll inbound for the Cougars. 29.2 to go, 29.7. Galbraith all over Lindblade. She'll get the ball, bringing it to the front court. Here's Lindblade. She'll step back for a 3. No good. Rebounded by Galbraith. And that should do it. 20 seconds to go. Galbraith being pressured in the backcourt. She'll bring it into the front. And I think the Dragons will just move this one around and let the clock run out. Under 10 seconds to go. Here's Savannah Price. Ball's over to Galbraith. 2, 1. And this one is in the books. 65-50. Your Lady Dragons run their region record to 3-0. 2-0 in the division. 1-6 record for Frederick on the afternoon.
And that 2-0 puts them right at the top of the standings. Yes. As of right now, the only 2-0 team in division. So congratulations to the Dragons for moving up in there. and certainly are going to be a team that the rest of the region is going to have to watch out for if they keep playing like this.
Yep, run their record to 6-3, their overall record. Tough road trip for them this last couple of weekends, but they're back in the confines of the Caller Complex, and again in the victory column here, Mark. So not pretty in the second half, but they get it done.
Yes,
they get it done.
Yes, they did, and a lot of credit. Again, we talked about Savannah Price in that first half. She still led the team with 17 points, couple assists, couple rebounds. Jolie Hamilton, 15.7 rebounds, and Hannah Chambers, 12.6 rebounds, 2 blocks, 2 steals as well. Great job by those three in particular, as they really got it done on both sides of the court.
Yeah, Hannah Chambers in double figures. She's been averaging a little over 8 on the season. Yes, but she got it done this afternoon, and the Lady Dragons get a victory. Mark, good to have you along this afternoon, and hopefully we can get to do this again sometime.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure, sir.
All right, so this is Mike Withers and Mark Wiggle. We'll be signing off here. Stay tuned. Boys game coming up next, or the men's game coming up next. See you next time.